Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, how's it going? I don't know why it's not transitioning like it's supposed to. Gosh dang it. I'm sorry. Do you have to have a SoundCloud account to listen to SoundCloud? What is happening in the world? Okay. Has that always been a thing? Strange. Right. Been working on making audio a tad bit better. Oh yeah. So for the first time ever, I finally was smart-ish. We'll see. We'll see if there are negative consequences to this, but I added the music directly into the scene. So it should just autoplay. I don't have to worry about YouTube having ads. So that should be good. Yeah, we'll see. I'm worried it'll like abruptly cut off, but I think that's what's gonna happen during break time, but we'll just play it by ear and see what happens, you know? I'm feeling pretty sleepy today. I don't know why. So it might be a short stream. I'm hoping we finish Wanderstop. And then maybe that's that. And then maybe we're just done so for the day. So that I can be lazy or sleep or heavens knows what. Well, thank you very much. The one I'm actually working on is taking a long time. So I just threw something together in Canva, to be honest. I'm struggling to figure out how to do this thing that I want to do that maybe it's a little too extra, you know? Like, maybe it's too much too soon. The girl needs to be baby stepping, but I'm not. I'm just trying to dive into the deep end of the pool, but I don't even know how to hold my breath yet, you know? Anywho, how's it going? No such thing as true extra. Yeah. I just think the skills aren't there yet, you know? I think that might be a tad bit of the problem. Also, for some reason, presumably somebody gave it to them at work. Claire just has a money.
Now at Scooter's Coffee, try the all-new sparkling floats.
Sparkling!
Bold sparkling soda and creamy vanilla float.
What? SoundCloud has ads now? I give up. Just give up. No music for us. No vibes. Just 10 cents from the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. That was Scooters. That was a coffee shop. But I don't go there because they don't let their employees wear coats at the drive-thru, and they are nothing but a drive-thru. Like, you can't go inside. And I was like, that's fucked up and stupid. Pretty cruel. You could just give them a Scooter's coat. And so I haven't been there since. But also Chapel Roan worked at one. That's all I know about Scooters. Were they saying something about soda? I was so busy being shook that I wasn't even listening. Anyway, check this out. Bahamas has squiggly money. And then on the back has little fishes. Little fishes on their squiggly money. I like that. I don't know what kind of little... What's on the front of it, though? On the front of it is like a coat of arms with a flamingo and a swordfish. And then inside of it is like maybe a boat or something. I don't know, I can't really tell. It's extremely tiny. I mean, they probably did. They probably said something about like with like an Italian soda or whatever. I don't know. Oh goodness, I'm sleepy. I don't know why. I just woke up today and I said no. And then I worked on the new screens. Ay, ay, ay. I was gonna be lazy, and then I wasn't even lazy. I was gonna play a game, and then I didn't, because I worked on stream stuff for some reason. It just felt right, you know? I'm tired of that old one. The one I'm working on isn't happening fast enough. Anywho, you all, it was wild last week. I literally stopped streaming, right? And then I could tell a storm was coming, even though a storm was not predicted. But I could just tell. You could just tell sometimes. You can either tell that a storm is going to hit very nearby, even though it may not hit you, or you know it's coming for you. And I wanted to harvest some broccoli because otherwise it was going to start flowering, and I didn't want that. So I ran outside. It was super humid and gross. I ran outside and harvested my broccoli and then ran back inside. And then I think that might be a good idea. And then I ran to the bathroom and washed my legs because the chiggers keep getting me every time I go outside. So now I'm at the point where it's like, if I go outside without putting on bug spray, I run inside and I immediately wash like really quick to try to prevent them from getting me because they're making me crazy. So then I'm just in the kitchen sauteing my freshly harvested broccoli, being like, hell yeah, cooking a little dinner. Claire's cooking in a different dinner, but hers is like in the oven, so she's not presently in the kitchen. She's in the office on her computer, and hers is just, you know, cooking on its own. Mine, I'm like, and then I think I finished it. I ate the dinner. I could tell the storm was coming. It's starting to kind of like pour down rain, and I was surprised by that because I did think, since it wasn't even like predicted, I thought it was just going to be like a brief downpour and then be done, but it was still kind of pouring, and I was like, got a pretty good storm happening. So then I went into the bathroom, grabbed some laundry, took it upstairs to put it away. So I'm upstairs, right? I'm not really looking at the ground because I'm upstairs. I can see it's still raining. I'm folding my laundry. Took maybe 5-10 minutes. Didn't take that long. Come back downstairs and see out the back door that it is, you know, become a lake. And I was like, oh, well, this is giving me flashbacks. So I sent a picture of it and a video to Morgan and our mom, and was like, I'm getting flashbacks. But a lot of the hole has been, it got filled in last year, but then of course it settled, so we've like added some more to it. My dad's been doing that in little small stages. So I wasn't super worried about it, even though it was definitely about a moat again. But then further into the yard, it was super wet, which it might have been that way last year too. I don't know. It was black outside. Like, it was so dark I couldn't see anything because it was like 2 or 3 a.m. So I send them that, and then I'm like, the last time the backyard flooded, the street flooded. Because I distinctly remember thinking when I woke up that night and I looked outside from our bedroom, and I couldn't see like the rounded bottom of our wheels. And I remember thinking, oh my God, we have flat tires. And then I realized, oh no, that's water. So I thought, oh, I'll go look in the front just to see. So go to the front door, open it, jaw drops. I was like, oh, this is worse than last time. Like, it's like coming up into the yard even in like 10 minutes. And so I call Claire and I'm like, well, looky there. Our cars are like half submerged. And she's like, oh shit. And I'm like, uh-huh. So then I watch our neighbor go over. He's wearing like some really big like mud boots, rain boots. And he steps down off the curb and he looks back at his girlfriend and he's like, that's pretty deep. And then they like kept talking or whatever. And then he went back inside and Claire and I just sat there and like looked at it like, well, now what? Like, what do we do now? So I went back in the bathroom for some reason. I don't really remember why. And then, bye! Hi, wife, with breakfast sandwiches. Just plug her mouth. Stick it. Okay, I did a mistake last night. I know. Okay, I'll come do it real quick. Hang on, everybody. I'll be right back. I just have to change. I'll explain. I'll be right back. Can you just open it and I'll pop it in there? The kitchen's not bad. All right, I'm back. Okay, so that is because, oops, wrong one. Last night I got home and I opened a kimchi. It was in a pouch instead of a jar. And when I opened it, I then promptly thought, oh no, Claire's sleeping. I thought you're upstairs. I probably shouldn't put this on my sandwich. I didn't know that when I tore the top off, it popped it open instead of just like tearing the top off. I thought it was still zipped. Then I came down this morning and I was like, ooh, smells like kimchi real strongly. So I had to ask Claire to get some baking soda so I could stick it in the fridge so it would smell not quite as strong. I mean, I love the smell of kimchi because I love kimchi. But somebody in this house doesn't like the smell of kimchi. It is really strong. When it's been in the fridge overnight like that, it was really strong. So the first thing I did this morning was close the kimchi and be like, oh no, she's gonna be so upset. Anywho, so we're sitting there, we're just kind of looking at the flood. We're like, well, and I mean, it was like looking at a creek going by. Like it was like flowing. It was wild. And then you could see like the wind and it would cause like little ripples and stuff. It was kooky. I've never seen anything like it before. So I go back in the bathroom for some reason. I don't know if I went to like flip the laundry because I was like, well, what else can you do? just went back about my business. I don't really remember. If I was putting something else in the wash, I don't know. And then Claire comes in and she's like, so the neighbor just came to our back door. The woman, she never talks to us. She's never spoken to us the entire time we've both lived here because we both moved in around the same time. I've talked to the guy a couple times. Never spoken to her, and she's never spoken to us. She apparently was wading through her yard to our yard and was like, hey, your cars are like kind of underwater. You should probably move them. And we're just like, well, yeah, but can you? Like, I don't know. Can you start a car when it's already like kind of underwater? So I call my dad And I'm like, yo, our cars are like mostly underwater-ish, kind of, not mostly, but they are underwater, and I don't know if I should move them into the backyard, and I don't know if I should turn them on to do that. Like, I don't know, I'm panicking. And he's like, well, how high is it on the hubcaps? And I was like, half, maybe? And he goes, well, just go really, really slow, and hopefully you won't float away. And I was like, what do you mean I won't float away? This wasn't even on my radar as a possibility of things I needed to be worried about. I was worried I'm gonna turn on the car, it's gonna flood itself, it's gonna die, and now I've lost both of our cars. That's what I'm worried about. But we both have pretty low profile cars, so he was like, well, you might just like float a little bit. And I was like, oh my god, this is not something I even considered. So I grabbed my garden boots, and they're not super tall. They're not like, they're like maybe halfway up to the half, maybe. Like, they're not like the knee highs. They're just little garden boots. And I also grabbed the trash bin because it was supposed to go out, but I had been waiting because it was storming. So at this point, the storm stops and the sun's back out. So I put on the boots, take the trash out, have to set it in the water. And I was like, it'll probably stay. Hopefully it doesn't float away. And then I just stood there and I looked down into the water and I was like, there ain't no way that this isn't gonna go over my boots. And so I stepped down. Oh, instantly, the water just goes whoosh down into the boots. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm trudging along in the water and it's all gross and icky. Trudging through it. There's little like leaves floating by. Make it to the car, open the car, and I shit you not, there was this much space between the water and the floor of my car. And I was like, okay, I mean, I can work with this. But then I'm trying to figure out, but how do I get in the car? My boots are full of water. So I tried to take my boot off, but you know how sometimes it like suctions to you almost? And I guarantee the neighbors were watching at this point. But anyway, so I'm like trying to pull my boot off. I can't pull my boot off because it's kind of like onto me. So I I sit down in my car and then I like stick my foot out and I'm trying to like lift it up so I can get the water to fall out that way. So I do that and water just pours out of my boots and I'm like, okay, now we're cooking. Get in, shut the door, turn the car on. It doesn't explode, thankfully. It did sound happy, but it didn't explode. And then I start, kind of like driving away. And it was so trippy because it felt like I was driving a boat because you could just hear the waves like along the car and you could see them like spy. It was trippy as hell. I rolled down the window, Claire's standing on the sidewalk, and I'm just like, what is life right now? And what was crazy was it was like kind of really isolated because by the time I got to the corner, which was only one house down, so we're 2 houses from the corner, I got to the intersection, it was under. But then as soon as I turned out of the intersection, completely fine. Like completely fine. And then got into our driveway, completely fine. It was super strange. Like we had a very short ways to go. But it was really odd. And then the next day I worked from home because we had no AC at work. So I didn't get in my car. But that day Claire texted and she's like, my car smells like spoiled milk. And I said, oh, that's gross and weird. She's like, I'm gonna go get some air fresheners in a car wash. Maybe it's something stuck in the undercarriage from the flood. And I said, okay. So then the next day I get in my car and I'm like, holy Jesus, why does it smell like spoiled milk? Like, what is this? What in the flood did that? It was disgusting. It still stinks. I still can't figure out exactly where this is happening because I also got a car wash. Hers is fine now. Mine not. So I'm still trying to figure out like why it's kind of nasty in there, like what part got wet. Clearly somewhere got wet. Streets need better drainage. Well, that was the second crazy part. So then Morgan suggested that I take a picture and send it to the city to be like, yo, look at this, look at how this happened, like this is where it happened. There's an apartment across the street and their parking lot goes down a bit and the water was pouring out of the parking lot. So I think part of it is that, and they need to maybe do a little bit of irrigation work on it so it'll go, because there's a field across from our house that's like right next to it. It's like maybe it should just go like more like a playground. It's not like a field, but it's like maybe the water should go that way instead of right in front of our houses here. So we bring the car back in, took a second shower because now I'm covered in flood water. And then by the time I got out of there, which again was just like a couple minutes, I went back to the front. I was like, oh, good idea. And I went to take a picture and that, yo, what is up? How's it going? Just telling a tale about how our street flooded last week. How have you been? What you been up to? But so I take my phone up there to take this picture of it. And Justine, it was gone. It was completely gone. In like maybe 10 minutes. Completely gone. It was crazy. This place, we're in a valley and there's a river nearby and there's a creek nearby. And so this area has historically flooded a fair bit. Like this house, I don't think flooded, but I can tell the garage did. Our whole area, the whole metro had the Great Flood of 1993 when I was a child. And this place got hit real hard. So they've done a ton of work to it since then to try and, at the very least, prevent, I guess, like the river and the creek from overflowing. But yeah, it was so crazy. Flash flooding is flash flooding. It happened in no time. It was bonkers. I swear to you, it was maybe 10 minutes of looking. I mean, it had been raining for more than that. But from the time I had seen the street and thought, the gutters are still, or not the gutters, the storm drains are still pulling water in. The streets are like, it's moving fast, but like they're still going down into the system, to it being in our yard was literally 10 minutes. It was wild. And it was just gone. I was like, whoa, shit, okay. I don't know how that happened exactly. It was like somebody found a plug somewhere and went, plink, and then my street became like a bathtub and it just drained. It was just gone. But it is the second time in as many years, at about the same time of year, that this has happened, which is interesting because it did not happen the first 2 years we lived here. Kooky. We've also noticed that with climate change and all that July used to be the driest period, and now it is the wettest period. Every time we've had a like major flood, it's either been in June or July in like the last 30 years. Which is pretty kooky. Hey, that's my flood story. Now for the important announcement. For the first time in almost 10 years, because our 10-year anniversary is in 2 months, I am changing my stream schedule because the Starbucks CEO is kind of a pain in the ass, and it's his fault. So if you want to take it up with anybody, take it up with Brian Nichols or whatever the fuck his name is. He has decided that all Starbucks need to open at the same time, and that time is 4 a.m. And then there's a bunch of other stuff involved also with like coverage and what they're going to be doing. But basically what this means is it completely messed up Claire's store's schedule. And she had two options, which was either her and some of the other shifts were going to have to rotate a bunch. So they'd do like opens and mids and have rotating days off. So it'd be like 1 week you might have a weekend off and the next week you don't. Or she could change her schedule so that instead of having Friday, Saturday off, she has Sunday, Monday off. So that means that we go from the only day of the week that we can like hang out all day and like go out and do fun things from Saturday is now on Sunday, which is a major bummer because I usually like to be kind of lazy before the work week starts, but alas. So currently thinking that most streams will probably be on Saturday. We can play with the time though, because it's just me. The time was kind of based on Morgan in the past, since we've been doing this 10 years. Maybe it is time to mix some things up, you know? So I'm open to preferred stream times if it's a Saturday, and also may still do it on Sunday on occasion. We shall see. Just see how, particular weeks go. It's gonna feel really freaking weird, especially for like you, Justine, because you've been with me doing this for a long time. It's gonna be really weird. It's become such a routine that it's gonna be trippy. It's gonna trip me out a lot to not stream on a Sunday. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's been a long time. We could do earlier in the day, we can do later. It's really whatever. I still like having my mornings to myself, my little solo morning, but then yeah, we can just play it by ear. Let me know in Discord if you have any thoughts. We'll go from there, I guess. Then of course I already have Saturdays booked, a couple, so so this is gonna start, I think, the week of August 11th, and then August 30th I'm busy. And there is definitely the potential that, being as it's a Saturday, there's gonna be more events probably happening in my life on Saturdays that are gonna conflict with it, which is why I did it on Sundays in the first place. But, we shall see. Again, take it up with Brian Nichols. He also has decided that all Starbucks employees have to wear plain black. Like, that's it. But he also has decided that Starbucks needs to be your local cozy cafe. And I'm like, well, first of all, that ship has sailed, bro. You're not getting that back. Secondly, how is it your local cozy cafe if you're taking away all of the character from it? So I got a lot of beef with this guy. I got a lot of beef with them. And they won't tell me how to contact him directly. I know! It looks sad whenever I go in there now. And like, depending on the style of the Starbucks, so some of them are kind of dark and moody, which is my... True. I was literally just about to say, which is my favorite kind of cafe. But then it means that the poor baristas, like, you can't even, they just blend in. Like, they're not people anymore. I'm waiting for him to say that they can't have fun hair colors either, because then they'll pop out too much. Like, I'm just waiting for it. I don't know. They're not servers at a high-end restaurant. They're freaking baristas. Come on now. Let them have character. That is the true joy of your local cafe. But not if you're this dingus, who can also take a private jet between California and Seattle. A whole ass private jet for himself? Why? That's so wasteful. So stupid. Why you do that? You're not a celebrity. Nobody knows who you are. I know who you are, though. I shouldn't say that in the current... I shouldn't say that in the current post-Luigi climate, but I know who you are, Mr. Nichols. I'd recognize you. Well, and then they also have to do, I don't know if he has implemented this worldwide, and I don't know if you ever go to Starbucks, but they have to do this stupid thing where it's forced happiness. So they're already like slammed, right? They're already busy all the time. And now he is insisting, because baristas do this sometimes. I used to do this when I didn't work at Starbucks, but when I worked at Barnes & Noble and we sold Starbucks products, I used to do this from time to time too. You like doodle on the cup, because usually you do it if you're slow, so you do it during down times, where like you just have a cup ready that you've already doodled on. Put like maybe a little message, or if you're Claire, you put a little cute face on it, and then that person just gets a little happy little thing. Well, this dude's like, well, everybody has to have a happy little thing. You have to do it, and you can't put animals on it, because if you put animals on it, you might be calling people certain things. So if you put a cat on it, you might be telling that customer they're a pussy and they don't know. I swear to God, I didn't invent this. They were actually told they can't put cats on things. You know, cats, the most universally loved animal and easy to draw little friends. Can't do it because you might be insulting your customer. You can't say, what was it? There's certain other things that you can't say because it's like too easy. You can't just put a heart on it because it's too easy. Plus you could be hitting on them. You're not supposed to just say like hi. You can't do, I can't remember what all of it is, but basically every time you go, you get this like forced happiness that's like drawn, like written on. So these poor people are so fucking busy, and then they have to put forced joy. It's ridiculous. So you're supposed to be more I was gonna say conversational, but that's not the word at all. You're supposed to form a closer relationship, you know, with your customers by giving them these special one-of-a-kind cups. But then you can't like wear what you want. Can you write forced joy on the cup? I know, you should be able to. It really ruined a cute, sweet thing that some baristas would do, because when you got it, it actually was kind of like a, oh, this is kind of a little pick-me-up. Like sometimes it would hit at just the right time. But now, you know, like if you get it every time, you're like, well, it fucking doesn't mean anything then. It's ridiculous. And also, you know, people are going to think that you're being hit on. Like, that's going to happen no matter what, especially with certain people. So that's the other reason I'm like, nah, you shouldn't force people to have to do this. You shouldn't force people to have to write little things on people's cup. I had a coworker at Barnes & Noble who she would have gotten in trouble for this, but it wasn't my problem. At the very bottom of it, it would say, something like, caution, the cup you are holding is extremely hot. And she would cross off, caution the cup, and then she would keep you, and then she would take out are holding, so it would just say you space are very hot. But it was like teeny tiny. It was at the bottom of the cup. I don't think anybody ever saw it. But it was how she attempted to legit, like, actually hit on people. To my knowledge, it never panned out. Exactly. And they're already so, like, they're so overwhelmed with their mobile orders and everything. Like, they can barely keep up as it is. I don't need them having one more thing in their head. Just make a drink. Make it good. I'll say thank you very much. I will leave. And that's all we need. That's all the interaction we need. Especially when they have drive-thrus. Like, it's not a real cafe. I'm sorry, but Starbucks ain't a real cafe. It's a fast food shop. Go to any local cafe. Starbucks is not a cafe. Ay, ay, ay. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into Wanderstop today. Ooh, I popped myself over there and I'm so little now. Oh, I need to change this too. I never remember where I have Epic. For some reason it blends into me. I don't know why. Okie dokie, pop back over here. Ah, my mouse! My mouse has been wonky. Ah, shoot, I forgot. I was gonna change the thing at the top of the screen too, the chat, so that it does actually put your name each time, because I think it's confusing if your name isn't there every time. Personally. Yes, I do want that every time. Thank you. Now we'll see if it updates on its own. I don't know. I haven't watched it since the first time I watched it, and yet K-pop Demon Hunters is just stuck in my head all the time. It's good shit. Hello? Did a kitty do a naughty? Whew. Okay, there we are. Also, the high note that she hits in Golden, good God. I can't even do it when whistling. Whew. It's impressive range. Impressive. Impressive world. Gorgeous. This is... Look at that sun. I really want to get back into trying to build my little interactive stream world, but hot damn, I don't know. I don't know that I have the brain for it. What are we doing? Also, I'm finding... Oh no! Well, hang on a seckie. Do we do a movie night? Yeah. That's illegal, but I don't care. Oh, hello, sir. You look how I feel a lot of times. Hello, I'm Jerry. Perhaps you can help me. The meeting will be starting soon, and I'm running behind schedule. Therefore, I must get to the boardroom. Where is the boardroom? This is a tea shop. There is no boardroom. I see. So the boardroom is not here? Correct, it is not. I see. Well then, thank you for the information. Do you want tea? No, I do not drink tea, but I will take one coffee, thank you. We don't have coffee here, only tea. No, I do not wish for tea. I will have a coffee. Do you not understand what I'm saying? We don't have coffee. Yes, you do not have coffee. However, coffee is what I would like. I mean, you can think whatever you want, I suppose. Yes, I will do so. Whenever you have coffee, I will take it. His legs are so far apart from one another. What the shit? Buddy, are you okay? Where are your guts? Wow. I know, right? I think I just don't have any coffee beans, but maybe I can find some. Hi, I love you. You look like the beginnings of a truffle tree. You're so cute. Do you fit in here or do I have to little-fy you? You ever just hang a tree from a tree? Okay. I'm also starting to think I may be reaching a point in my life where perhaps every time I play a game, I maybe need to write down where I left off. Like what I was doing, what I was thinking. Because I can't remember. Oh wait, what up, bro? Do you see the business looking guy that showed up? He seems to really want coffee. Is there any way of making coffee here? All the time. Ah, yes. From time to time, a customer will be asking for coffee. Unfortunately, Boro does not have a good answer. Coffee beans do not grow in this forest. That said, When Boro is throwing many things into the tea machine, the tea turns dark and brown. But this is probably not what our customers are looking for. So no, I don't believe we can make them coffee. And Miss Alta, that's okay. In shopkeeping, we cannot always give our customers what they want. We can only be working with the tools we have. Does it make you feel like a failure when you can't deliver? Every time I'm unable to complete a task, I just feel so gross. Perhaps once, yes, Boro felt that way. But the years of tea shop maintenance have worn it down. Do not worry, Miss Alta. You are doing a fine job, I am promising. In fact, if you are feeling upset by the lack of completion, perhaps you could make tea for Boro instead. What do you say? This is not being a request, simply a reminder that I'll always accept a fresh cup. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Delightful, thank you so much. Any sort of ingredients will do. Perhaps I can even be offering my thoughts on whatever kind of tea you've made. They're politely but firmly asked to leave. Yes, Boro is not at all the picky kind when it comes to tea. Our little guy just came. Hi, buddy. You just walked right through our conversation, and I need to pet you. Good deal. Come hang out with your little buddies. Dunk. I love them. I love them so much. I also love this. I'm just so full of love today. Look out, buddy. I've got plants that I need to hang. Boink. Ding. Where'd that bro go? Yo! A book? Hello, it's Book by Mail Club. Unfortunately, I have to apologize to you. After I sent out the previous book, several readers wrote to me to remind me that Dirk Warhard as a character is an outdated model of masculinity and law enforcement, a product of his time. I recognize that as cultural norms change, it is important to reflect on what our media implies and accepts. That's why this time, I'm sending you an analysis of the Dirk Warhard character and franchise to better contextualize the novels against the social circumstances in which they were written. Oh my gosh. Chasing Bullets, a history and critical theory of the Dirk Warhard novels. The enduring popularity of the Dirk Warhard novels presents an enigma for contemporary literary critics. How does one analyze and understand a body of work which is so superficial in its content, yet which has achieved such enduring audience adoration? While many are content to dismiss their popularity as a result of the simple-minded desire for easily consumable and mindless content, I believe that this perspective misses a crucial element of what makes the Dirk Warhard novels popular. After all, he's not the only vapid action hero in pulp literary fiction, so what makes his legacy so enduring? To understand this question is to understand the book's author. Jeremy Esterkoff, who wrote the books under pen name D.B. Steele, did not always produce such simple-minded literature. The novels he wrote early in his career, while similar in theme to the Dirk Warhard books, walked a much more nuanced line in their portrayal of action heroes. Heroics. For instance, The Flag Bearer Rests at Dawn depicts the struggles of two brothers on either side of a civil war whose fraught attempts at reconciliation are complicated by the constantly changing messages of state propaganda. A year later, Esterkoff published Final Eyes, a futuristic thriller about a government agent whose desire to serve justice humanely is challenged by the encroachment of efficient yet thoughtless robotics into the world of law enforcement. Esterkoff has repeatedly declined to speak publicly about these early works, or indeed about any of his over? I don't know what that is. In time, he came to be known as an enigmatic recluse, someone who emerged from isolation only to deliver a new piece of work. His reticence to explain himself therefore invites a great deal of speculation as to why he shifted away from writing more nuanced material to instead pen Dirk Warhard novels. Of course, it's impossible to ignore the financial failure of his early novels, yet to focus on sales may miss the bigger picture. Esterkoff was known to have a contentious relationship with his publisher, who at the time was attempting to capture a more artistic and socially conscious audience, and so put extensive pressure on him to make public appearances for press and the reception of awards. Esterkoff bristled at the insistence, resentful of being asked to participate in the literary social world. We are then left to wonder whether the shift towards mass audience literature was actually a move by Esterkoff specifically intended to rebel against the wishes of his publisher. Oh, interesting. I have no idea how you pronounce that. It looks French. Yet regardless of Esterkoff's intentions, what's indisputable is that the moment he shifted his efforts, he found immediate commercial success. His very first Dirk Warhard novel, On a Wing and a Bullet, became a global bestseller and brought the name Dirk Warhard into the public vernacular. Within 3 years, Esterkoff had published a further 6 novels in the franchise, including bestsellers Bullets O'Clock, Edge of a Bullet, and Knives at a Bullet Fight. Who is Dirk Warhard exactly? Going by the novels, he can be difficult to pin down. He is consistently portrayed as stoic and unflinching, yet with each novel he shifts socio-politically in order to meet the needs of the story. The best example of this is the perpetual question of whether Dirk Warhard works for the government or not. The answer seems to change in each book. His role in the execution of justice fluctuates between being a public good and being a rogue renegade, sometimes even within the same story. Dirk Warhard is also the embodiment of stereotypical heteronormative masculinity. As the novel exploded in popularity, so too did they begin to attract criticism for their portrayal of Warhard's relationship with masculinity. As writer Laura Erard phrased it, Dirk Warhard romanticizes male infantilization to an audience for whom contemporary expectations of masculinity have become far too nuanced. Male infantilization, you don't hear that very often. This and other criticisms resulted in a bitter retaliation for Esterkoff, who chose to respond to his critics not via public statement, maintaining as ever his trademark aloofness, but through the novels themselves. His subsequent novel, Straight as a Bullet, was a naked attempt to repudiate his critics by having Dirk Warhard double down on every one of his most egregiously masculine tendencies. In the novel, Esterkoff's longest ever, Warhard makes love to over 120 women and kills dozens of vegetarians. The exact phrase, "I'm a man and nothing will change that," appears 26 times. It's at this point that the novels begin to drive toward a very specific thesis. Dirk Warhard is incapable of fundamental change because he is who he is as a result of inherent traits rather than as a product of social or political impact. For instance, in the Bullet Complex, the villainous Dr. Schrumptuk genetically modifies Dirk Warhard to make him more compliant and passive as a person. Yet Warhard's genes literally resist the transformation, rearranging themselves back into their natural configuration just moments after the procedure is complete. This is a recurring theme in subsequent books such as Face Full of Bullets and Bullets Forever, wherein the villains become focused less on personal gain and more on simply trying to change Warhard. I agree, Timber. I have all of my windows mostly shut and I have not gone outside at all, even though I wanted to at one point. But I simply didn't. Also, hello. Glad to see you survived the walk. I lost myself. Where was I? It's in this trend that we see the core appeal of Dirk Warhard begin to emerge. A repudiation of the value of socio-political change. Change is the only consistent villain of the Warhard novels, the only concept towards which he remains consistently hostile. Even Warhard's notion of justice is malleable. At times he considers crime necessary to achieve justice, while at other times the elimination of all crime is the only path to justice. Yet in no circumstances is change acceptable, for himself or for anyone else. That'll be me in my office tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. Here's part of my problem too. I don't have shorts that are like work appropriate because I don't buy shorts because when I'm in the yard, I'm getting attacked by so many things that I don't usually wear shorts. But I have 2 jean shorts, but they have holes in them, like, you know, artistic holes, and so those aren't like work appropriate. I have these guys, but they're like sweatpants. I'm not wearing these to work. So I have 1 pair of shorts I can wear. And it's super distinct because it has a pattern on it. I can only wear it once. I can't wear it twice. Oy. Of course, we are again left to speculate as the exact nature of Esterkoff's personal belief in the content he was creating. Are we to see Dirk Warhard through the eyes of the author, who once penned serious and moody works of nuanced interpersonal intrigue? In this sense, the Dirk Warhard novels could be seen as a satirical lampooning of mass media interests. Or are we to assume that Esterkov truly did come around to believing in the fundamental righteousness of never changing? This thematic thread may have continued through the novels, if not for a personal setback. Esterkov's brother passed away after the publication of The Bullet Hunts at Night, at which point Esterkov's prolific pace slowed dramatically. The loss devastated him. After several years of silence, he emerged from isolation with a new book, Whispers of a Broken Bullet, in which for the first time ever, Dirk Warhard becomes a deeply emotive character. Warhard monologues on the nature of pain for over a dozen pages and openly cries twice. Whoa. There is no villain or central conflict. Warhard simply travels from place to place, remarking grimly on the various people and locations he passes. In some ways, the novel feels like a return to Esterkov's earlier works. Yet if the response to his early work was muted, the response to Whispers of a Broken Bullet was hostile. Fans of the series uproariously decried the changes, classic, and demanded a return to form. Whether it's a capitulation to public response, or perhaps a desire to distract himself with work of a less nuanced sort, Esterkov abandoned the new angle on Dirk Warhard. His next book, Bullets Don't Cry, saw a decisive return to the Dirk Warhard of old. In this book, Dirk Warhard murders over 400 people, including the Prime Minister of every nation on the planet, becoming the Prime Minister himself in several countries. His tendency towards cannibalism, already alluded to in previous books, ratchets up with the new invention of his justice cannibalism technique. The book shows Dirk Warhard's complete regression into the most thoughtlessly violent and virile version of himself, and was adored by fans upon release. Bloods Don't Cry ended up becoming the best-selling book in the entire franchise, as of the writing of this piece. Yet the series' resurgence was short-lived. A few years and a few novels later, a bombshell investigative report revealed that for an unknown amount of time, ghostwriters had been doing much of the work on the Dirk Warhard books. Esterkov was at this point in his declining years, and his publisher had progressively been enlisting uncredited staff writers to take over a significant amount of the writing. It was never revealed what sections of the later books were not written by Esterkov, or indeed if he wrote a single word of them at all. But those hoping to hear an answer directly from Esterkov were crestfallen when he passed away a few months later. In the wake of his passing, the publisher openly turned to ghostwriters to continue the series, albeit strictly in sequel form. Sequels such as The Fastest Bullet Alive 2, Even Faster Bullets, failed to elicit a critical or commercial response of any significance. To this day, the publisher continues to produce these sequels, still bearing Esterkov's name, to a decidedly middling reception. The failure of these sequels and the question of the novel's authorship invites a question. What was it that gave Esterkov's heroic protagonist such broad appeal in the first place? Whether he wrote from a place of satirical mockery or from a genuine belief in the need for regressive masculinity, Esterkov's intentions were never truly dissected. His most enduring legacy, therefore, is not just the character of Warhard, but a collective disagreement over the authorial underpinnings of the Dirk Warhard franchise. It is a question as enduring and unchanging as Warhard himself, and one to be irrevocably affixed to the institution of literary criticism. Justine. You know? Can't say I've ever thought about that, but you're right. I'm allowed to dress a little more casually in the summer. So like I have a dress that I wear sometimes. I'm not a dress person. I don't like dresses. But I will say right now shorts are aggravating the like poison ivy or whatever the fuck I got into. So in that way a dress is kind of nice, but regardless, I'll go put our book away. Aw, do y'all remember making chains? They are. I just look very silly in them. I don't wear. Oh, a package. I don't wear dresses very well. I'm just not meant for my body shape, you know. With that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. Oh, did that work? Okay, yeah. Because I have new break music. Oh, I loved making chains. I did it in my bedroom. Like Gold chains, hang them up, rip them off. Very satisfying. Alright. I will be right back. Welcome back. Ugh, I made it back just in time. Just in time. Here's the thing. I'm kind of cold though. Welcome. So what's new about this schedule? Well, oh yeah, it's kind of a long story. But like I told Justine, you gotta blame the CEO of Starbucks because it's his fault. Cause, long story, but basically, Claire's schedule has to change. So she has to open the store at 4 a.m. For who? I don't know. They already didn't have any customers at 5 a.m. Which means she'll of course have to be going to bed even earlier. Which means during the week, I won't see her like hardly at all because she's just gonna be sleeping. And then the worst part is her days off are now Sunday and Monday. So our only day to like hang out and go do stuff, go on little adventures, all that good stuff is now going to be Sunday. So for the first time in 10 years, I'm not going to be streaming on Sunday, which is crazy. So it'll probably just be Saturday, but we can be very flexible with the time because I know people are generally a bit more busy on Saturday, including probably me, which sucks. Yeah, we'll just be playing it by ear. And so we'll be streaming on Saturdays. And we'll see how that goes. And maybe we'll still pop on for a Sunday if people can't make it on any other time. But yeah. It'll start the week of August 11th, I believe. But don't hold me to that yet. I'll let you know if that's not quite it. It's just gonna feel really weird, you know. Routine and all that. Who are you? Oh yeah, I remember you. Fabulous. Alrighty. Of course, this does also mean I can potentially go a little bit later on Saturdays because I don't have to go to work the next day. So it might kind of end up being good? Question mark? I don't know. We'll see. Well, now who put tea there? Give me that. Oh, hi. I almost called him Gabo. What do I have on me? I have ghost fruit. Gourd, messberry. What do these bad boys do? Ghost fruit. Utterly fabricated song. Oh yeah, I haven't finished. Okay, hang on. Enhances with an awestruck amazement, the vastness of nature. I like that. A wafer sprout? That is kind of what it looked like, actually. What do you give me? You give me a seed. Okay. Who gives me a wafer sprout? You? No. You? No. You? Y'all are just giving me seeds. Who gives me fruit? I think those are over here. Ah ha ha! I found them. Is this? That's a ghostberry. Do I have a wafer fruit yet? Ah ha ha! I do. Okay, that's what we're gonna grow. I mean, that's what we're gonna give him. Because I think it'll make him feel happy and at peace. Okay. Let's go with some tea. Nice starting point. And then this little buddy. Oh, delightful. It's lovely. Dang, that was just a little dribble, but somehow it worked. Where you at, guy? There's two glasses looking dudes. Oh no, are we being overrun by business? I hate to see it. Oh, there he is. He's just there. Hello, would you like a tea? Why, Miss Alta, have you brought Boro a cup of tea? Yep, this is for you. Wonderful. That's half a sip. Like a little espresso. Ah, Miss Alta, this is Waper tea. I will tell you that it is one of Boro's favorites. I thought so, but you also might say that about everything. Waper sprouts are growing in great abundance within the heart of the forest. Perhaps you will get to see it someday. I am obviously someone who loves nature very much, yes. This is not a surprise. But Waper tea is causing me to love nature even more. How is that possible? It is like pouring chocolate syrup onto a birthday cake. Pleasure on top of pleasure. Indeed, the trees are already beautiful. Now feel even beautifuler. The rocks more rockish. The water wet. Truly wet. Incredibly wet. But now look back at the trees again. Don't they look even more beautiful than they did a moment ago? This is just how I live. There's something about I'm so taken by beauty. And the water, at least 20% wetter than the first time we looked. Easily. The rocks, they're still just so rock-like. Majestic, no matter how many good rocks I see. I'm always in awe of how good of a rock it is. Look at the water again. It gets more and more wet every time I consider it. Okay, I got it. You love... Wait a minute. But what about the trees? Oh yes, the trees! How could I have forgotten? Beautiful. What else am I forgetting? Legit. A different rock? A different rock? Why, yes, I dare say it is even more like a rock than the first one. Is that possible? Miss Alta, this is what Waper tea is doing to me. It is a whole thing. Quite fun, but somewhat overwhelming. Perhaps let us not be doing it again for some time. Okay, buddy. Okay, so we could try and be silly and do what he suggested and just throw a bunch of shit together and see if that dude will like it. He might not even notice that it's not coffee, you know? He's so humdrummed. Think any flowers from that? It's over there. That's a very different musical energy than we've had before. Okay, so I have tea, fruit, gourd, messberry. I guess I can always grow a whole bunch more stuff if I need to. Yoink. Oh, hello there. I'm gonna try this tea too, this disaster tea. Alright, we'll add a little bit of this. Oh. Okay, no color. We'll add a little bit of this. Ooh! Gorgeous, but not what we're going for. Ooh, stunning. I can't remember which ghost fruit is the default. Do you reckon that's the brown he speaks of? The fabled lava lamp tea. I wonder if I need like one more. It's kind of brown, but it seems more yellow to me. Oh, a package. Another gourd? Shit. That's not what I wanted. What do you grow? Oh, you grow ghost berries. What are you? A mistake, I think. I think I did an oopsie on that one. Okay, so hang on. So we still need to make... snow cone? Yeah, we could do some snow cones. It's another color that we don't have. That's what I think I was trying to do here, but I messed it up. No, I clearly didn't. Snow! Perfect. Got that bad boy. Now let's do conic prisms. So what would that be? Okay, so I gotta refresh myself. Okay. We've done green with blue. Have we done green with yellow? Yes. So now I need to do green in the middle. Okie dokie. Green. And then let's do blue. I love it. I want this. I wish the world was this magic. You know? Oh, and then I get this cute little blue fruit that looks like it has little leggies. Oh. Okay, we did that one. Likely to confess their mistakes. Oh no, the fruit of regrets. Oh, beans. One's gonna be yellows. I need to move some of these. They're kind of getting in my way. What? I can't pick you up. What? I can't pick any of them up when they're big. Forgot about that. Okay, you move. Move, Scooted. Metal. Oh, crazy! Not as wild about this one, but it is fun. They look like ghost peppers. Rich and chocolatey, said to be the fruit of the underworld. Compels you to use the word triangle in conversation. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit of chocolate then. You know, it's, I mean, coffee isn't chocolatey, but like, it's brown. Prison pepper. Sounded like I said prison pepper, but I did. Guessing that means it's not gonna change anymore, but just in case, let's also add a blue loop. Okay, I was kind of hoping for a more dark brown. Do you think I'm gonna poison myself if I drink this too? Oh no! Well, a nearly perfect pour. Where you at, my guy? Ay, ay, ay. Behind me somewhere, just lurking. Thinking about leaving the forest forever. Don't do it, my mans. Hi. Would you like this? You have brought coffee. This... What is this? This is not coffee. It is more like a sludge. It is nothing like coffee in any way. It's brown. Yes, you are right. In this way, it is like coffee. In all other ways, it is atrocious. So, is that a no? Please do not make me drink any more of this. I cannot. It is unbearable. Please. Well, it was worth a shot. He's just holding it. He's like, what do I do with this shit? Okay, if you want coffee... Person who returned a second lost parcel. This is quite confusing. As you know, you already returned one lost parcel to me containing my sacred cloak. However, your latest package contained another cloak, exactly the same in every way. Where did the second cloak come from? My cloak is the only one of its kind. This is not possible. Where are you finding these packages? Attached is a photo of me attempting to wear both cloaks at once. As you'll see, it's quite nonsensical. I'm coming apart at the seams attempting to wear two cloaks at once. What have you done to me? Oh no. Don't come apart at the seams, ma'am. Oh my. What up, Boro? Hungry. Fed up with me. Hungry. Yeah, you look fine. What are you talking about? Okay. I'm gonna drink this one. Some people just can't pull off the two cloaks look. I get it. Yoink. I want to drink this badness, see how bad it really was, if he's just a little complainer face. Just enough. Just enough. Oh, they're just gonna pick like...
What is this? I've never tasted anything like this before. It's like almonds or, no.
So she's just going
More like
based
a
off of the first thing that I put in it is my guess. Oh my, Boro, you could have washed your cup. Sheesh, the disrespect. Okay, so if he wants coffee, he wants a wakefulness, but also a ritual, but also an addiction. So which of these will give you that? Mint? No. Hard to figure out? No. Bright and tangy with hints of lavender? No. Tastes like citrus, milk, and whatever you most frequently ate for breakfast as a child. What if you ate breakfast coffee? Tastes like your favorite flavor of cream. What if it's coffee cream? It's like apricots, rich and chocolatey. It's gotta be that one. Okay, rich and chocolatey plus your favorite cream? I'm thinking prison peppers and painted gourds. True. Maybe he's out there just walking around now being like triangle, triangle, triangle. Painted gourd and prism pepper. Okay, perfect. I have those. I need more, oh, get that back up here. I need more tea. Don't mind me, Boro. Just trying to help people because I can't help myself. Oh, I've got a little seed. Lovely. Ooh, a galaxy cup. It might not be a galaxy, but it's kind of what it looks like to me. Oh, let's see. Tea. I need some tea. Something about this game. I don't know if it's reading the books. It makes my throat tired. It makes my voice sad. And my voice is like, you want me to do what? For how long? Unacceptable. Is it? Oh, it is. Well, thank you for that. Oh, a moon cup. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I like that one. I'm a big fan of that. Oh my god, I love all of these. This is some good shit. Aw, oh, damn, she's full. We got some Griffin McElroy coming up over here. Ugh. Nice. I think there's another one in here. Yeah. This is a great assortment of things. Oops, that's a window. I'll be back for you, Griffin. Hang on, my guy. I have a lot of leaf piles to tend to, even though they are in the forest. And I don't know why I care. I care so I can get a teddy. Oh no, two business boys are about to meet. They entirely ignored one another. Oh, another little ant colony thing. Excellent, I lost that. A miss. And a picture. I like this little song. Ah, yeah, the joy of being able to keep up. Oh, delightful little cities. But parcel. You guys. Who are you stealing from? They're so naughty. Oh no, sorry. Did I just put it in there? I think so. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're gonna stick ants right here. Nope, right here. Perfect. Little Teddy is gonna go upstairs in a cozy spot next to the fireplace. Yeah, it's so cozy, but not too cozy. I was kind of hoping I could put it on the couch. Nope, nope, nope. There you go. Anything else? Oh, I already have that. I don't care about that. All right then. Oh, tea. I need tea. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, let's find a cute little cup. Where's the moon? There's the moon. You know, we're gonna give him a little bit of whimsy. Maybe that'll brighten his day. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna try and substitute him some whimsy. That's the ritual part. The whimsy. Coffee and whimsy. And no, my podcast that I stopped like immediately after starting it. Ah, my throat. I had to drink olive oil before I streamed this game. I like how she just tightened her apron. That was cute. Relatable. We're learning patience. We're learning to breathe again. Just vibe while the tea prepares itself. Now miraculously it's dry and it's already in a nice little bowl. That's what you like to see. Wish I liked green tea more than I do. I just don't like it very much. It's too bitter for me. That could also be because I'm bad. I wonder where this water comes from. What did I say I wanted? Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna do a T-ball. And then I'm gonna do prism. And then something. The thing that tastes like cream. Painted gourds. Okay. Oh, this is also turning a bit brown though. Shoot, do I leave it at that? Maybe he doesn't take cream in his coffee. I think we're just gonna do that. He seems like a no cream kind of guy, you know? Perfect. Oh no, you're the other one. You're the Griffin. What's up, Griffin? That's rude. No, he does kinda. Get away from that tree, please. It's very, sacred. You have brought coffee? This is not coffee. If you were to bring me another drink, I would prefer that it be coffee. You're my hardest client. They're really trying to teach me a lesson with you, but that is a struggle. Oh. Alright, where'd the other guy go? Hello. Hang on, are you the same guy I just talked to? You are mistaken. You and I have not spoken. You must have spoken with Jerry. I am Larry. Perhaps you can help me. I'm needed at the boardroom for the presentation. How come his tie isn't an arrow that points down? I'm behind schedule. Can you direct me to the boardroom? You guys are both completely off course. You guys. You and Jerry. I assume you're going to the same boardroom. No. You're mistaken. Jerry and I work in different departments. Jerry is less consistent in delivering quarterly growth for his department than I am. For that reason, I have been asked to deliver a presentation to the board. In order to prepare for my presentation, I require coffee. We do not have coffee, only tea. I see. However, it is important that I not deliver my presentation until I have coffee. Therefore, I will wait here until coffee becomes available. Sure. Well, can you be tricked? It's like having, what's that stuff called? The little granules. What is that stuff called exactly? I used to try to have it because coffee upsets my stomach. And then I don't remember why I gave up. What the fuck is that shit called? It's little brown things. They look like fertilizer. Let's see, where'd he go? Hello? Hello? Where have you gone? Who's who? I'll never know. One of them has glasses. You! Hey, you! Yo! Is this coffee? I should sit down. No, it's not for me, it's for you, bro! Bro! He doesn't want it. Oh no. I did this for nothing. Well, I'll drink it, I guess. What if I just put this in the middle of them? No, I can't. I could. Dang.
There's a move in grappling called the triangle choke.
Triangle!
It's a headlock you pull off with your legs.
She's doing it. She's talking about
And
triangles.
it's one of the most effective ways of incapacitating a grounded opponent. Early in my fighting career, just as I was starting to feel confident in my abilities, someone used the triangle choke on me in a fight and completely disabled me. I was helpless. I lost the fight. But the weird thing is that even after my opponent released me, I still felt like I was being choked.
You probably had a
All that day, the next day, it was like I had a vice on my throat. I tried everything to make it go away. Everything I could think of. Finally, what I did was before going to bed, I wrote down the exact time the following day when I planned to go to the gym and train. Then, and only after writing this down, then I could breathe. The next night, if I didn't make plans for the subsequent day, the choking came back.
Your plum pit chi.
So it went every single night. Every single day. One after the next, after the next, after the next.
Though I was always told that means that you have something you need to say. And once you say it, it'll go away. Which actually is advice that I have followed the last 10 years or so. And it does seem to work, which is wild. Now, nausea? That just means I'm anxious. Good luck with that. It's right here, it's because I gotta say something. Another lovely flower. Beautiful. What was I just thinking about? I thought about... mail. To the anonymous sender of packages. Hello. This is Mayor Quimslin writing. That sounds like a name that I would make up. I'm following up on a series of cases that Detective Greyline had been assigned to, and that I am told were only solved once you sent the exact evidence needed to solve them. After your most recent delivery, concrete evidence that Farmer Little did not tar and feather his own house, I have made the decision to relieve Detective Greyline of his duties and instead place you in charge of all criminal investigations in our fair city. I realize this may come as a surprise, but all of us here are more than confident you will be up to the task. Please know that you have our full support, and we will be eagerly awaiting your next delivery. Thank you, and continue your tremendous work in the name of justice. Farmer Little asked me to send you some of his award-winning soup as thanks. Oh, I love soup. That's my soup. I can't eat it. It just says soup. But I can't eat the soup. That's horrible. It's a little bit heartbreaking if I'm honest. I'm gonna put it over here. That's my soup. Okay. Where'd the guy put the moon one? Buddy, that's my favorite one. I'll just be leaving it out here somewhere. Gosh, give me that. Okay, I'm looking for the parrots. Inside. Gotcha. Hello. Say, who are these questionable individuals gathering nearby? The ones in the hideous suits? I find their drab appearance quite offensive to the sensibility of this shop. Yeah, they don't have a lot of whimsy. They've been requesting that I make coffee. Coffee? Do they not see that we are in a tea shop? How dreadfully arrogant. To make demands for a drink as vulgar as coffee, here of all places. The self-absorption of these corporate types sickens me dreadfully, I must say. No, I cannot stand to be around them any longer. I must bid you farewell and return to my travels. Take care, my dear. I hope to return one day under less dreary circumstances. I'm sorry. She needs to drink some Blue Loops. Do I have any? I do. Excellent. Now I'm gonna drink out. Oh, I washed it. Now I'm gonna drink out of the fun mug. Ah, I can't reach it. Ah, I still can't reach it. Ah, ha, ha. Whoa, too fast. Excellent. What happens if I just go all the way to the top? Nothing. True. True. Beautiful. I can't tell if that's just the color of the water, though. Either way, lovely. I'll take it. definitely bought people who ask for coffee. I don't know. Now I don't drink tea as often as I used to, I will say, and I think about it most days. I well and truly believe one could say I have become addicted to coffee. Because I drink it whether I want to or not. And that's concerning. And if I don't drink it, I get a headache.
I don't have regrets. It's actually that simple.
I don't think that's true, but go off.
My experience is that people who hold on to regrets are looking for a way to punish themselves. And so I just don't... Like... Here's a good example. When I was coming up as a respectable fighter...
They do give me indigestion.
A young guy came to me and asked me to train him. I agreed. And subsequently, I put this kid through the most intense training regimen anyone his age could ever be expected to do. I was brutal on him, because my expectation was only that he become great. After a couple months, I pitted him against a much older and more
Guy, I'm having a
fighter.
moment.
Someone I knew
Stop
had
looking
the
at
potential to
me.
be reckless.
This is
I
so
had this
real.
idea that it would bring out something fierce in the kid, awaken a fire in him. It was a disaster. The older fighter broke 2 of the kid's ribs and
Oh
put him in the hospital.
no.
He never came back to see me after that. And for a moment, I felt some kind of regret over it. But what I realized is that this kid had come to me because he knew I would put him through that. Like, obviously, I'm this very intense sort of person, and everyone knew that. So if he came to me and asked for this training, then what was he trying to get out of it? Did he assume I would change who I am just for him? Here's what I think, okay? I think he knew that being a fighter wasn't the right path for him, and so when he came to me, he was specifically looking for something that would push him too far. He wanted, like, an excuse or something. He was looking for a reason to quit. You know how people will do that, right? Like, you can't tell yourself that it's okay to quit, so you have to go and manufacture a circumstance that forces you to stop, because if you stop, then you're a failure. But if someone else forces you to stop, then it's not your fault, and you're not a bad person. You're just trying. You're doing your best, and people don't see that. They don't take responsibility and realize that you're the one who wanted it to go too far. You asked for this because you wanted it, not me. I'm not...
Oh, really? Oh, you don't say. Is that so, Miss Alta? You're pretty good at lying to yourself. And many of us are, don't get me wrong. Ain't nobody smurfect, but projecting so hard she could get a job at a cinema. Incredible. Hey, bro, so like, I don't have coffee. I have a lot of tasty teas, though. Hello. Wait. Are you Larry? Or a Jerry? Which one are you? My name is Terry. Whoa. There's a third one? I would like your assistance. I'm looking for the boardroom. Buddy, aren't we all? Perhaps. Amongst those of us who are looking for the boardroom, yes, we are all looking for the boardroom. However, it seems that this is a drink shop. Therefore, in order to most effectively deliver my presentation, I will request a cup of coffee. There's no coffee here. Only tea. Once I have coffee, then I will continue seeking out the boardroom. There's an infestation. There's a businessman infestation. We gotta get out of this joint. They're gonna start leaving quarterly reports all over the cafe. What are we gonna do? Poro, help me. How do we get these guys out of here? We need an exterminator. Poro. Oh, it's nothing but guys. Nothing but business guys. They're everywhere. Boro. Boro, help me. What do I do? They're crazy. Hello, miss. Is there something I can be assisting you with? I do think I have to use the magic book, but I don't want to use the magic book. Perhaps if... Well, hang on. A thought. Perhaps if I change the flavor of the conic prisms. I have already forgotten how to do this, though. Just the color of the... And it's... Okay, maybe it just needs to be slightly different. So, let's go find some hue shrooms. I haven't given up on you, office boys. I feel your pain, even though, thank God, I am not what I would consider a true office person. Hallelujah. Otherwise, I'd have already given up and tried to be a streamer again, I think. The office politics, by the way, which you hear about, really are the pits. And I don't like them very much. And they cause more drama than I feel is necessary. Give me that mushroom. A ghost? Yo, who is this? I am in love with this energy. Who are you? You're so fucking cool. Whoa. If I could just, like, be an entity, I think that would be a contender. Whoa! What the hell? Goodness! Hello! Hello! Delightful, delightful, such a delight! Beautiful. We are Zenith. Hello! Oh no, but I don't want to be like a lot. We've traveled along the infinite path to be here. To be here. We have seen your world. We have loved your world. It is delightful. Delightful. What? We see on your face confusion. Disoriented. It's just, I've never seen anything like you before. And we in turn have never seen anything like you. It is a joy to discover. Joyful. Now we want coffee. We are discovering so very much about your plane of existence. Discovering. Look, have you seen them? They are our favorite discovery yet. Favorite. These men, they are wearing suits. They are conducting business. Suits. This is our favorite discovery, by far. Yes. The businessmen? That's the best thing you've seen? Yes, yes. You haven't seen very much, have you? To the contrary, we have seen the vastness of time itself. We have touched upon consciousness in all realms. We have spoken to the colors of a dying star. We have lived inside the eyes of an entire species for its entire lifespan. We have spent a millennium living within a single moment of radiant joy. And we must say, this, the men of business, it is one of our favorites. Truly. What exactly do you like about them so much? Are they not inherently delightful? We do not know how to describe it. Delightful. They are many, yet they seem to be of one mind. We are similar to them in this sense. Very similar. We have been following them from place to place. As they move, they search. Search. They search for the boardroom. They seek this. They are called to it. They have been searching for a long time. Very long time. We are delighted by this quest. We hope very much that they succeed. Delighted. Well, would you like tea? 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 We have not yet encountered tea in this reality. What is it? Describe it. There's a little pluffin coming up. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just hot water with some ingredients in it. Oh, yes. We have heard of this. It is called coffee. Coffee. The men of business have spoken of it fondly many times. A great love. No. Coffee is a different thing. We don't have coffee, only tea. Intriguing. Why am I zoomed in on the crotch now? Intriguing. We must know. Oh, I did that. I didn't know I had that power. We must know more. Please bring us tea. Please. Okay, what kind of flavor do you want? I can put any ingredient here into the tea. Any ingredient at all? How fascinating. What flavor do we wish for? Desire. We wish for the flavor of something that is of value. Valuable. Of value? Yes. We wish to know it is of value in this world for you. You mean like a valuable fruit? It does not have to be a fruit. It can be anything at all. Anything. Ha. Okay, I'll put something valuable into the tea. Very good. We await it eagerly. Okay, but it timed with them like they did this like weird thing where they animated differently. And I swear to you I didn't zoom in, but maybe I did. I swear I didn't. Hey, you want to go in the tea? I find you a value, but that's pretty messed up. Okay. Alright, let's think on it. Let's figure out what we're going to make that is of value. Maybe Boro can help. And we're gonna take a break. That's kind of a neat pause, but I don't want to listen to that in the background. The music. I didn't do it, I swear. It wasn't me. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have returned. Ah, headphones. The pits. I just hate them. Why, thank you, thank you. What on earth is of value? Do we put Gerald's stop sign in the tea? That's kind of value. Can I pick up Ren's mask? Can't. If I could pick it up. Yo, what the fuck? There's a million mushrooms now. Oh, she isn't even thinking about picking it up. That's a no. What if I put a potted plant? What if I put a potted plant? That's value. That's value. I'm overthinking this. I am going to take one of my favorite little plants. Yo, I'm not doing that. Yo, I'm not doing that. Okay? I didn't zoom in on the crotch. Oh no, I wanted to harvest that. That was crazy. She lost it. Okay, I'm gonna make my favorite plant little, and I'm gonna put it in a pot, and then I'm gonna maybe try and throw that in. Have we made all the plants? Yes. Yes, okay. So... Oh wait, I forgot! I was also gonna try and change the flavor of coffee. To see if that matters at all. No, stop. Prison peppers. It always sounds like I say prison peppers. I'm not. Let's just plop it right here. So we're gonna do yellow, yellow, green. Green in the middle. Middle. Why can't I grow? What? What's happening? What's happening? My controller busted? What's going on? Also, that was the wrong color. Yeah, you're right. So thank goodness I couldn't plant it. What's happening? A doesn't work anymore. See. What happened to you? Oh. Oh, A just simply does not work anymore. That's a real bummer. I have terrible luck with controllers. I scarcely use them. And yet this is what happens to me. I'd like to plant it, please. I think I wanted yellow. Yes. Oops. So then I want water. And then I think before I harvest is when I have to put down my little mushrooms. Oh, I only have one. That's right, because I got distracted by the universe. Oops. Okay, onward to find more mushrooms. I saw a hot air balloon the other day. We have a thing around here for reasons where sometimes there's just like a lot of hot air balloons. It weirds me out every time. Oh, some back there that I can snag. But see, now I've forgotten where I put. Ah, right here. Oh no, keep that. Now, what is this flavor? It's worth a try. Much easier though without a controller. Better at it. You hear that little clickety clackety? Good shit. This is harder. So I want another T-ball. Boys. And then a wisdom pepper. Looks like a Frankenstein. Not green, but listen, hear me out. I need you to just try it, my guy. You might be pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna take this. Basic. Perfect office chic. It's so green. I'll just tell him it's for St. Patrick's Day. You know, the office is trying to be a little bit silly, but not too silly. Can't be too silly. All right, fella, I have a brilliant idea. How about this? You have brought coffee. This is not coffee. Okay, I must accept that I cannot just create coffee. What is that stuff I'm trying to think of? The little granules? Hey, did you see the magical space being that showed up? Their name is Zenith, and they said they came on the infinite path? Have you ever heard of that? Goodness me, no. Or I was never heard of such a thing. Although over the years I have seen a handful of otherworldly beings make their way to the shop, it is always such a treat when it happens. They are the most fascinating sources of knowledge. If you are learning of any extra-dimensional tea recipes from our new friend, please do be letting me know. Well... Well, okay, I think what I'm gonna do... I'm lost. Okay, I'm found. Another lovely one. Oh, I love it. We must go wash it. At once! Beautiful. Let's go get some more tea, because I don't know if Zenith is still gonna want like a base of tea in it, but just in case, we'll just have some. Give me that tea. Thank you. Look how aggressively she harvests it. Let's go see if we can even put it in there. Is it empty? No. Or should I put a photo in? It's not open. Something of value. An ant colony? A really cute mug? Oh, that's the best one yet. Look at that shit. Oh my god. Yo, I want that. It could be a pain in the ass to clean though. You know it's not dishwasher safe. She specifically wants something that's important to me. It has value to me. Because I was thinking like could do Boro's poster, but that's important to Boro. Not me. What if I threw the camera in? Little guy. Okay, well that's a possibility. I kind of really wanted to do Ren's mask, but it won't let me. That's fair. I also can't put a potted plant in my pocket. It's just you put a stop sign in there earlier, so I thought like maybe you could. Thought maybe you had that ability. Excuse me, Zenith. I am hard at work. Trust me. Right? I just need some bigger pockets. Tea? Oh my lord, it still ain't ready. I'm hot if I have the fan off. But I'm cold if I have the fan on. I hate that. Get some cargo pants? Yeah! I mean, with all the work she's doing, this apron doesn't even have pockets. Oh, it has a pocket in the front. That's bad pocket location. I wish things dried this quickly. Yeah, do a good stretch. Guess I can go dehydrate. Seems like a lot of work. And where am I gonna put it? Oh, room for a dehydrate. Oh, I conked my little head. I don't have room for a dehydrator. Alright, let's Eh? Oh. I'm gonna go for something a little kooky. A little kooky-ooky. Toss that bad boy in there. Pick this up. Oh. 'Twas possible. Hello. You touched the rope. Oh my, extra floral and delicious. I might give Boro some of this too, see what he thinks about it. It's a tiny bit. Yes. Okay, where are you? Something that has value to me is a lovely, beautiful plant. Are you dancing with the businessman? What was that about? Or are y'all stuck on each other? Get out of the way. Zenith is so fascinated, they just can't let him go. Here you go. We will now consume the tea. Yes! I'll go sneeze. Interesting. Interesting. The taste of this tea. How fascinating. We can sense that there is a plant within the tea. Thank you. Party. Gesundheit. Gesundheit. You have cultivated it, grown it. We sense the life within it. This is of value to you. To work with the soil, gardening. We see. It is a wonderful pursuit. We are delighted you have shared it with us. For this, we are most grateful. Tea truly is a substance of magic. Magic. Please, we must know. Is tea superior to coffee? Better than coffee? Oh no, I don't know how to go down. Oh, fuck, I don't know how to select. It ain't the mouse wheel. It ain't two. It ain't tab. Mm-mm. Well, here's the thing. That part, I can't press A. Sorry. 'Tis time for a thievery. I don't know and I don't care. The men of business. They have spoken to us many times about coffee. Many times. They seek it. They crave it. They cannot find it. Tragic. But your shop of tea, it is perhaps the perfect opportunity to make coffee. Please tell us, what would be necessary to produce coffee? I guess, coffee beans? Coffee beans? Yes, of course. It is so obvious. We see it now. Coffee beans! What magic is needed for this? How shall it be produced? We are channeling the infinite path for answers. Ah, indeed. We can see it now. The essence of coffee beans, clear in our mind. We are summoning it into this forest right here. We are imbuing this clearing with the essence of coffee beans. Deepest essence. Here it is. Aha! So it has come to pass. A coffee bean. Success. Yes, your clearing will now surely grow wild with coffee beans. May they bless your shop for 1 trillion spectrocycles. Trillions. Oh no, we are. We're gonna attract more businessmen. So then, how do I actually use them to make coffee? We are receiving information on this matter from the infinite path. Receiving. Like planting catnip. True. We are considering how best to teach it to you. Here, just write it down in my field guide. Ah, a well-engineered solution. We find this acceptable. Field guide. Is the infinite path just the internet? Yeah, they Amazoned that here. A drone brought it. There, an explanation on the production of coffee. We wish you a successful effort to make coffee. Blessings. May our precious men of business at last be satisfied. Men! I still don't understand why you like them. Truly? To us it is most blindingly obvious. Apparent. They are individually different, yet they speak with one voice. Are they a collective entity like us? Or are they separate consciousnesses? Collective? It is the question that we are intrigued by, delighted by. Yes. To be delighted is the greatest of joys. The greatest. Okay, well, I'll try to make them a decent coffee. You better put that mug back. I really like that mug. Where the heck did you plant my coffee? Wasn't paying attention to where the coffee got planted. Oh, it's everywhere. It sure is everywhere, huh? It's dirty. I should probably read the instructions on that. Coffee plants will grow around the clearing. Simply approach one and pick the coffee bean out of the center. Only one bean will spawn per plant. Coffee beans come right out of the ground, so they're quite dirty. Be sure to run each bean through the dishwasher before making coffee with it. After the bean is washed, toss it in your tea infuser just like you would any other ingredient. The brew will turn into coffee. Yo, Boro, you see this shit? You see this shit? I got dirty beans. Hello, Miss Alta. Boro has thought of a task that you might enjoy. This task involves something dear to my heart. The Pluffins, our wonderful little bird friends. You've seen them roaming around, yes? Did you know that you can be feeding them tea? They're quite loving the stuff. In fact, they will even change colors to whatever the color of tea you served them, like magic. Please note that it is not actually magic. This is simply being normal puffin biology. Pluffin, not puffin. So, perhaps you'd like to feed tea to our Pluffin friends here. If you are giving several of them tea, it would make our animal friends delightfully colorful. Will they die if I don't feed them? Goodness, no. Pluffins are being just about the most indestructible creatures in the universe. There's barely a soul alive who's ever actually witnessed a Pluffin die. It is the stuff of myth and mystery. No, feeding them is merely for our enjoyment and theirs. They seem to enjoy the taste. What do you say? Does this sound like a task you'd care to take on? Well, of course. Wonderful. To be giving a Pluffin tea, all you must do is place the teacup on the ground next to the Pluffin. The smell alone is surely enough to draw them over for a drink. Once you've served tea to 5 of them, won't you please come speak to me? I'm a little bummed I didn't discover this on my own. That's a bit of a bummer. Miss Alta, Boro has noticed that there's coffee growing right here in our clearing. Yeah, Xena spawned it to serve the businessmen. My goodness, what an improbable delight. I did not even know it was being possible. Although I will say, coffee has never exactly been Boro's cup of tea. You don't seem like a coffee guy. You are very much correct. Boro is not being much of a get-up-and-go person. Oh dear, now that we serve coffee, will Wanderstop have to rebrand? No, I can't be doing it. We are simply a tea shop that sometimes has coffee. Don't worry about it, I'll handle the coffee. Ah, now that is what I am liking to hear. As always, Boro is going to put off learning any new or useful skills for as long as possible. Okay, Boro. Let's see, there's a little bit of tea left. Boro, would you like to try my weird plant tea? A little bit more. I also want to try some, so I don't want to give him all of it. Here you go. You want to try my dirt tea? I made it. It's special. This is quite interesting. What have you mixed the tea with? Just some random stuff I had lying around. How fascinating. No fruits at all? Indeed, it is not a very natural tasting tea. I will admit, I am not especially caring for the taste. But perhaps this is the new fad in tea making. Is this what the kids are drinking today? Oh no, is Boro falling out of touch with the times? No, it tastes like garbage and kids hate it. It tastes like garbage, but kids love garbage. Nah, it tastes like garbage and the kids hate it. Oh, that is wonderful. It would be disastrous to learn that I had misjudged the youths. Then it is decided. Wanderstop will not pivot towards serving primarily garbage tea. It's not garbage, it's a plant. This was a yummy plant with dirt as well. Okay, oh yeah, coffee. I got. He kind of jump scared me a little bit. He kind of looked like a dead guy for a second there. It freaked me out a bit. Hello, little Pluffin. How are you doing? Would you like to become green? Purple? Pink? Ultraviolet? There's so many options. Coffee? That's a big coffee. Ah, the best one. I'm gonna give one of these businessmans a whimsy cup, gosh dang it. They're gonna enjoy their whimsy. Where in the hell is my coffee? There it is. It was on the third run. And then when you put it through the oven, the dryer, perhaps that is when you roast it. Bean juice. Bean juice. Time to have some. Now what happens if I put the one with the cream? Okay, right now we're not gonna do that. And now we're going by the book. But then I want to add the creamy gourd or whatever the heck it was. Whimsy. Alright, who gets the first cup of whimsy? Oh. Yeah, you're right. I should get the first cup of whimsy. But alas. Makes me want some hot chocolate, but it's a million degrees out. It actually isn't as hot as it was supposed to be. It's only 90. Maybe it gets worse tomorrow. I don't know. When I have to go to work where the AC doesn't work, figures. Alright, coffee boy number 1. Where you at? Where you at, business boy? Business boy! There's a business boy over there. You have brought coffee. This is coffee. I'm glad to have coffee at this time. The coffee will better enable me to deliver my presentation to the board. This presentation will be the first I have ever delivered. It is important that I made a positive impression. May I present it to you now to practice? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Good. I will now present it. My presentation is entitled Conflict Resolution in the Workplace. All of us have experienced conflict. Some have done so dozens or even tens of thousands of times. Yet a fundamental question must be asked. What is conflict in the workplace, and where does it come from? This is the question I will answer in my presentation. May I inquire how is my presentation thus far? You should lighten the mood with some jokes. Understood, I will do so. What is conflict in the workplace, and where does it come from? There are 3 primary sources of conflict in the workplace: litter, resentment, and corn product. Of these 3, litter is the only one over which we have any real control. What the fuck is corn product? Therefore, remember to litter on your coworkers' desks only when absolutely necessary. When conflict arises, all employees are encouraged to document it in their conflict journal. Remember to record names, dates, and specific swear words used in the conflict. Remember to embellish details of the conflict only in places where it makes the conflict more entertaining. At this time, we will pause for a joke. Why didn't the submarine need to rest? Because it was not tired. The nature of this joke is that certain vehicles have tires, however, a submarine is not one. Tired in this sense can refer to both the submarine's energy level or the number of tires it has. In fact, a submarine is a submersible watercraft which uses ballast tanks and jet propulsion to enable movement. Therefore, tires on the submarine would be irrelevant. This concludes the joke. We will now resume the presentation. After filing an entry in the conflict journal, remember to inform your conflict manager that you have done so. However, do not discuss the specifics of the conflict with your conflict manager. If the conflict manager asks for specifics of the conflict, you must reply only in vague grunts and shrugs. The conflict manager may begin crying and begging you to share details of the conflict, groveling on hands and knees. The conflict manager may promise to open up about their own deepest secrets, if only you share the conflict details. The conflict manager may offer you $20. In all of these cases, you are permitted only to roll your eyes and say, "It's just, I don't know, I don't wanna." Alternatively, you may fake a disease in order to leave the room. Do not look the conflict manager in the eyes. You may accept the $20. You may not discuss details of the conflict. At no time are you permitted to learn your conflict manager's real name. We'll now pause for a joke. How many kinds of fish are there? 11. Excuse me, my mistake. That was a statement of fact about fish and not a joke. I will correct this mistake when I deliver my presentation to the board. This now concludes the presentation. Thank you for allowing me to practice. I feel more prepared than before. As a show of thanks, I would like to offer you this picture of my own conflict manager. Sure. I hope your conflict manager is as benevolent as my own. Thanks. Okay, well, we gotta go do that again. I can't wait to see the next presentation. That was close. Thought I was gonna overfill that, but I didn't. I did a great job. I don't know why I felt the need to pat myself on the back about that. Can I get a brown pluffin if I give them coffee? Yo, conflict boys, where you at? Okay, there's one of them. Conflict boys. Well, that is business in a nutshell, isn't it? Oh, wait, you. They're following. Oh my god, both of you. You can have it first. Hello, I have observed that there is coffee available. I will accept a coffee at this time. Okay, what kind of coffee do you want? Regular coffee. Nothing else? You don't want like a flavor or something? I do not require flavor. I only require coffee. No. I'm not just gonna sit here and make you guys the exact same thing over and over. I will go out of my mind with boredom. I need you to give me a more interesting coffee order. That's the new rule. You're not allowed to order regular coffee. So what's it gonna be? I typically just have regular coffee. Well then I guess you're typically gonna have it somewhere else. So, are you gonna give me an order or not? Come on, say something. And it cannot be regular coffee. No! In that case, I will take coffee with fruit. What kind of fruit? I will take whichever fruit has the least amount of flavor possible. Fine. I will bring you the most flavorless fruity coffee I can make. Very good. Okay, well, I guess this coffee's for me then. Gotta sit next to the window and drink this bad boy.
Coffee means early mornings, long days, rigorous
I
training.
think I could work out if I had coffee. My
Flips a
tummy would
switch in me.
reject it.
Starts a motor running that can go for a long, long time. It doesn't make me better at my training. It just puts me into a headspace. And yet, here I am. I'm drinking coffee. And I just don't feel anything. I can't summon that fire. Is that good? Is it bad? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't need her hyped up,
I
honestly.
just want things to stop changing.
Alright, well, sadly, I don't need this coffee now. They thwarted me. I was perfectly content giving everybody a coffee, but then I also had to be like, coffee. Oh no. Is this why they brought her the specific book series? What if we made a brown pluffin? Hi, buddy. You're pretty cute. Oh, he's pretty happy birthday. Yeah, that's right. Enjoy it. A slow transformation to a little cutie. Precious. Alright then, I don't know if I have the particular one that they weren't. There's one specifically thing, yeah, tasteless, bite berry. I don't know if I have any of those. Of course I don't. Alright, where does one fetch a bite berry? Let's just hope that maybe it'll come from one of these. Could I be so lucky? Nope. It's not that. It's not that. Is it this? No. Oh, it's this one. Okay. I need some blues and some yellow. Hello? Please don't be judging me. Nice. Now get back here. Well, hi! Are we friends now? Because I brought you coffee? Did I just give him a little kiss on the back of his head? That was really cute. Aw, I like that we're little friends now. Who'da thunk it? Okay, I also can't remember which guy wants this drink. We'll find out. Terry, maybe? Roni jabroni, what are you doing, my guy? Sounds like something. It's kind of an evergreen statement when you got cats, I guess. Sounds like something. First, coffee. Are we sure it was bite berry? Okay. Ooh! Now the question I have: are the pluffins gonna be psychedelic? Are they gonna have this like marbling texture? That'd be pretty cool. This guy gets sparkle donut. Sprinkle donut. Oh, beans. Coffee beans. Where'd you go, guy? I don't remember if you were the glasses guy or not. Hi, little guy. Is it you again? Are we BFFs? Oh no, we're BFFs. What do I do? Oh no, we're BFFs. Is this gonna happen with all of them? Or is this one just addicted because I gave it coffee? Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. Okay, so one of them should be yellow, but the other one should be, yeah. Okay, it's gone now. Being I'm kind of hoping that happens because that'd be amazing. Here you go, coffee. I see. It is coffee, but it contains a fruit. And yet, I cannot taste the fruit. There is no flavor. Yes, this is the most agreeable sort of flavor of all. It is perhaps my favorite flavor. I've never had a favorite flavor before. It is a new experience. I am thrilled. I'm brimming with enthusiasm. This enthusiasm will translate directly into my ability to deliver an effective presentation. The presentation will address complaints about the excessive number of presentations. I can see that the subject matter of my presentation interests you. Actually, I do not care even a little bit. I see. I misread your expression. What if I were to tell you that my presentation is of great social significance? I still don't care. I see. However, because the presentation is of such critical importance, I must show it to you anyway. I implore you to consider the relevance and urgency of this presentation. Please hold your comments during the presentation. Hello, I am Terry from the Services and Integrations Department. Hi, Terry. As I said before, please do not speak during my presentation. I'm here today to speak to you about the number of presentations that have been taking place across the company. Specifically, complaints have been filed regarding the excessive number of presentations. Why are so many unnecessary presentations taking place? This is what we have sent out to answer. As best we can tell, a man who looks like this has been delivering excessive presentations. His motivations are unclear, his methods are precise, his resources are unlimited. He has been known to deliver the presentations advocating for a radical increase in the number of presentations. This is misinformation. It is entirely possible that the man does not work at this company at all. Reports are inconclusive. Through collective action, we can curb the misbehavior of this man or anyone working with him. The process for reporting problematic individuals is covered in your company onboarding workbook. Sorry, I don't see it in my company workbook. I cannot have been any clearer. There is to be no speaking during this trial presentation. That said, I am distressed to learn that it is not covered in your company onboarding workbook. I'm kidding. Obviously, I don't have a workbook. Oh, yes, of course. I see that now. Nevertheless, it is good for me to consider the potentiality of the problem. This concludes the presentation. I hope I have demonstrated the severe nature of the problem at hand. I've seen this guy before. You have? This is serious news. When did you see him? He delivered a presentation to me just moments ago. Fascinating. I will record this information to use as part of an additional presentation. This presentation was the result of extensive work. It is of drastic social importance. I have on me a spare picture of the man portrayed in the presentation. You may keep it if you wish, to raise awareness of him and his actions. I'll take it. Good. Please ensure that it is displayed in a prominent location. Classic. You're not my supervisor. Alright, you can't tell me what to do. You don't know me. Oh my gosh. I have a lot of cups that need washed. I have a lot of pluffins that need tea. Now the question is, will this one make them marble? wants to try this one? Are you my little guy? You are. Oh no. I think they're obsessed with me. Hi! How about you? Would you like to become a multicolored little dude? It didn't work. It did work. It did work! Oh, you're splotchy! You're splotchy goodness! I'm pretty sure she's giving them a little kiss on the back of their head, which is just utterly precious. Okay, well I have to go make a sick-ass tea then. Business guys, you can wait a little bit. Go do what you do. Time has come to make the prettiest tea. And I might give it to a couple of them. So we'll fill that up pretty good. Start the base of tea. Then we're gonna add a cute little snow cone. Vibrant. And a ghost fruit. Ooh, ruined it. And a painted gourd. I hate this one. Beans. Well, that's going straight down. Okay, hang on. We gotta go hard with something. No, I'm not turning all the Pluffin's various shades of cappuccino. Let's see. Done so. Okay, let's see. It's the kooky little blue guy. The blue loop or whatever. Should probs grab another. Do you want that? Oh, they're addicted. They're so... Oh no. Oh no. I've created tiny adorable monsters. Oh, what do I do? I'm thinking just fruit. I think part of the problem was putting in the tea, which gave it a yellow base. Let's do a nice pink. Okay. Little ghost. What have I done wrong? Do I have to have a T to get the fun color? I forgot to empty it. Because they're already blue. I don't think this is gonna do anything. Ah, bugger. Okay, we'll just pop this on. Oh jeez, you stole it. Oh no, now you're back to normal. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. But that was not my intention. Ah, golly. Oh, hello, Ronson. What are you shouting about? You're right, buddy. We are not going to finish it today, are we? I think it's time to to wrap up, actually. My goodness. Well, I look forward to remembering how to make them cute. There's another chapter. Okay, How Long to Beat said this was going to take 10 hours. Now I know that I'm always going to take longer than How Long to Beat says. But I'm nowhere near 10 hours. Nowhere near. All right, well, next week should be back at normal time, normal day. Won't be starting the change yet. A thing. Yes, yes, yes. Because next week is the beginning of the month. And I will do my best to stream. But August is a shit-tastic time, friends. It's crap-tastic. It's a lot of introvert hell, basically, so I tend to struggle a wee little bit. So there might be a Canton stream here or there, who knows? Or maybe we'll watch Keep Up Demon Hunters on Discord. They can't stop us. I'm not monetizing it. I'm just illegally sharing. That's fine. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. A wonderful night. Did you not pop up on there? What's happening? There you are. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, until then, take care. I'll see y'all later and drink lots of water. Bye!